Yo, 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 yo. What's good, my people? It is me, Jason Gooner. We're back again, people in the building, in the studio. You know what time it is. The international break is over. Whew, the stress of Jamaica is kind of behind us, it's still in my brain. But tonight, we switch gears, we change focus, and we're going to talk about the EPL again, people. It's week 8, and Jason Gooner TV is the place to be for the EPL preview and reviews all throughout the season. So tonight, we have another great preview show on the way. You know the format, people. Forwarding, blessings, you see me? Give a yell up people them with this friend them side. And then we'll get down into the football. We'll look at the injuries, the latest, of course, international break. So some teams were a bit luckier than others coming out of this international break. So we're going to look at all of those things. You don't know, we all play the FPL for the most part. So yeah, that's the segment where you want to stay tuned for no say, yeah, pick a player where, might not play. So yeah, it's going to definitely help as well if you're going to take part in the prediction show this week. Obviously, we'll go through the games one at a time. And of course, at the end of breaking down the game, you guys drop your scores in the comment section. Jason Gooner TV will document them. And then on the Monday night this week for the review show, we'll reveal who was the best prediction, the prediction king or queen for the week, right? And of course, if you finish in last place, people, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. So try to finish last. That's all I have to say. But yeah, let me go on. Okay, look, the people in the building from earlier. DJ Gigs said, bless up, big up yourself, Gigs. Yo, let me know if that was you in the Discord dropping your pics, because I thought it was you, but I wasn't really 100. So let me know, Gigs, if that was actually you. Yeah, people. But yo, like, share, subscribe. That is the main, well, not the main, but that's one of the most important things you can do to give the channel your support. As soon as you view the video, as soon as you see it at play, just click the like button. See? Yeah, man, that is the best thing you can do. Let me put something here. All right. Yeah, man, just asking a question, because man don't really talk about this much during the show. So I find that if you just encourage people a little bit more, yeah, they will hit the like button a little bit faster, like the tactics. So Gigs want to know if it's our next late night. Well, it's not so bad, Gigs. I've been worse. At some time, I'll 10:30, 10:45, 11 o'clock, I start them show it like a madman. But this is not so bad. We can work with this. We can work with this. Yo, Duckland in the building. Yeah, man. Do have your thing sorted, Yeah. Big up yourself too. Big up Jordan in the building. Big up Jordan. Big up to Jagarns in the building. Blessings to Red Skull in the building. Yeah, man. The original them done. They're on the list already. Oh gosh. Already, Duke. Jaja. Through the thing sort. I can't have something sort. Bombard star. Yo, trust me. Yeah, man, make them know, Skull. Big up Joseph in the building as well. Blessings, bro. Yeah, man, Joseph, day one in the building, them from early out. All right, cool. So, people, we're not itching, we're not hitch with the show. We know we want to get down into the business, So, let us locate what we're looking for. This is what we're looking for right here. All right, so boom. So yes, as I said, some teams, no man can start out my thing. All right, Luke. All right, jeez. What's wrong with this brother, man? All right, so yo, boom. First thing I saw this today. Shirley Aron. Palmer ruled out for 6 weeks, people. Chelsea fans, how you feel about this? How you feel about this? I don't know. I have a lot of issues right now. So, you know what? Since I probably think me a liar. So, I'm going to show you. So, Enzo Maresca won't be able to be on. All right. Big up. I had one in the building. Empress. Blessings. Right down you score them because I pray that they're in order of the week's games. I really pray for that because I was writing them down. Brighton, Newcastle, 1-1. People don't thief. I had one score them in a car. I had one might get all about 8 of them here right to stay there. So far we look like we're working with it. So let this be an example to all you lot planning and putting all your scores in at the same time. Please do it like this. Have a look at the EPL website for the list of the games, and you will be able to send it in the perfect order. All right, cool. Bless up, float. Palmer will be missed. Yeah, bro, man. Tell you. You're about to take a 15-20 drive home while the preview will go along before predictions start. Yeah, man, that should be a decent timing because by them time we don't sort out all the other stuff. Let me say from now, I've been neglecting my FPL these past weeks, so don't look at where I'm in the team. All right, Duke with the early disclaimer. No worry. But actually, just because of that, we're gonna pull up some tables in the FPL at the end of the show, so you can see where I had one blessings, you're gonna be truly missed on this one, but you don't know. Next time we'll link up again. All right, so Maresca confirms team news for Forest. This is what he had to say. Maresca expect Cole Palmer to be sidelined for a further 6 weeks. Rough Chelsea fans, rough. But the Chelsea head coach will be able to call upon Tosin. So there's always that, Chelsea fans. You have Tosin and Fofana, and Andre Santos is back. But I know that's little consolation for the lead headline, Cole Palmer out for another 6 weeks. Not good for Chelsea fans. Palmer has been absent since aggravating a groin issue against United on September 20. He missed 4 matches before the international break, with the focus as outlined by Maresca being and managing the 23-year-old back to fitness. Those efforts have continued at Cobham over the previous fortnight. However, the England international is still some way off a return. Another 6 weeks, the man said. This is the update. My gosh. The other 3 fit. Reece James also fit. Didn't go off with England. And that was probably to make sure that he was good for this. Most of these teams that are in Champions League and everything have like 7 games in this time before the next window. So it's a big stretch of games coming up for the teams, and Chelsea hasn't been having the best luck with the injuries. Caicedo as well did not travel. Enzo traveled, but then had to come back, so he's kind of a doubt. And Neto, just fatigue from a lot of football, picked up a little knack with Portugal as well. So a lot of issues going on with Chelsea right now. You see those 3 names: Caicedo, Fernandez, Neto. I think all of them are fit enough to play, but clearly, they were being looked after in training and whatnot. Badia Shield out again after just coming back just the other day. So it looks like he'll be out in until December with a muscle problem. So yeah, a lot of issues where injuries are concerned for Chelsea right now. And Duke say must injured, so him score suffered. Jano. Rough. Palmer has a tricky injury. If he's not careful, it can haunt him. That is true. It is definitely true. All right, people, let me share this in my thing. Another Friday, people. Premier League in the morning again. Football championship in the morning again. By the way, people, today I watch one of the best games for the season. I'm watch PSG versus Strasbourg. Anybody else watch that game there? Yo, it wasn't me regarding the picks in the Discord, even though my name Shaggy. I wonder who named DJ then. Our next brother named DJ. Drop them pick in anything. I write them down still. But I'm sure somebody will have a name on the YouTube somewhere. But I just don't know who. I was following the scores goal after goal. All right, so that was Maresca. Now Arteta talk about. So Arteta said it will be weeks for the Norwegian, looking like after the next international break, more than likely. Um, Everything else was pretty much positive in the press conference. Martin Zubimendi and Ben White will be available, despite sitting out some of Thursday's training. Got reports today that they did train, so everything good where that is concerned. Um, Basically, everybody came back okay. Some players had longer travel, so got lighter load. Nkapie is back fit. I think he's going to be like a cheat code because a lot of the things that I love about Skelly, a lot of the things that I like about Calafiori, he pretty much has like all of those things, and I think he's a better defender than both of them. So, um, a lot of people, I actually happen to think that Calafiori is a better defender than some people think. I know a lot of people don't think he's that good defensively. I just feel like because he has so much license to be all over the place, you kind of mess him up defensively sometimes. It's more of like a positioning thing. But whenever he's set and ready to defend, I think he's a good defender. I just think Nkapia, for the way that it looks like Arteta wants his left back to play with a lot of freedom, I feel like he's just a little bit better of an athlete to be playing that role personally. But one thing with Calafiori, he does have a kind of like a cerebral way to find space, and that's the thing I want to see from Nkapia. Will he be able to like find those little pockets? Because Calafiori very underrated at that. A lot of times that out ball from the defense is him find that space. Zubimendi as well, but he does that more than I think people realize. But yeah, basically Odegaard, the only bad news, I think Noni Madueke actually back on the grass as well. He's starting to do some running now. So yeah, things looking up on the injury side of things. Kai, he was not really definitive on it, but that seems like it's going to be sooner than later as well. So players forwarding, that is good to see. Odegaard, the only one that seems to can't stay fit. All right, so Man City news. So Pep give his updates. Rodri didn't go away with Spain, and he's still not quite back. Marmoush and 8 Nori trained yesterday and are much better. They're close. Guardiola said, I don't know yet. He said that not yet, he's not ready for tomorrow, and that was about Rodri. So looks like they won't have Rodri, they won't have 8 Nori and Marmoush still. Um, Kovacic looks like he hadn't played for City yet, but went away with Croatia and did play. And there's talked about Haaland a little bit, how good they're doing in the qualifiers and how good he's doing himself. And then Liverpool, this is something that we didn't see. We say if another logo, we say that. Big up David J in the building. What go on, bro? Hope all is well. I have to tell you, I don't know if you do. Yeah, so let me show you guys Liverpool. Liverpool, are you Liverpool fans that had the luxury of no injuries all season? Already it's looking like a little bit different. I won't even say all season, but not a bag of injuries, Arne Slot has provided update on the fitness of Gravenberch, Konate, and Allison. So I saw this happen because I was watching some of this game when he got substituted at halftime. The Netherlands win over Finland. And of course, Kanate did not, well, he was called, but then subsequently taken off the list due to injury. Slot said, listen, Gravenberch is fine. He's completely fit. But he said, yeah, we have to train twice. I'm have to get through that. But if you ask me right now, he's completely fit. Yeah, so basically, Slot commented here on like the Dutch national team having like very good players because, if Gravenberch is kind of nearing that limit of minutes, him just play Reinders one half and play Gravenberch the other half, and it's quality. So Ibu is back with the team, started sessions again, expected to train with us today. So looking like it might be a decent situation for Konate, but we'll have to see. Allison is still out. Allison is still out, so nothing there. But it looks like the Georgian that they have is a very, very capable deputy. So I don't think the Allison one, even though I think Allison is on his day, probably up there as the best in the world, definitely top 2 or 3. I feel like their second keeper is no slouch, so he should be able to hold down the fort until Allison is fit enough to return. So, the big dogs having their injury news on display, I would say right now. The good thing is Arsenal for once is not a team with a bunch of players out, but as usual, the news that you hear about Liverpool, getting injuries now, severely overplayed. Gravenberg looks like he'll be fine. Konate the same. So yeah. Yeah, man, EPL back and gunning this weekend. Bless up Chile Wagwan. Yeah, man, Haaland on fire. Hat-trick in one game this break. Crazy. Crazy things. Boy, Haaland a keep up. Boy, Haaland ramp out here. And Norway look like them definitely them spots sealed for go a World Cup. Just about. Red Skull, me take in the boy, new sign, man. Combat. Yo, are you there? Are you there different? Tell you the truth. Hold on the people, man. Send this to some peoples. Mm-mm. Yeah, people, make sure you smash up that like button, share and subscribe, because trust me, like I said earlier on, that game, if we can see another game like when we watch today in the French league, Strasbourg, Chelsea, what you call them now? Chelsea Junior, Leon Rossinia people, manager for Strasbourg. Man, tactics different, you know. Very enjoyable game, trust me. Sweden do a flop. Don't remind me. I did mention previous season that I will see how good the Liverpool coach is and after because the team was built for him. Yeah. So we'll get to the Liverpool United game later on. I will kind of discuss my thoughts on his whole situation with Liverpool because I have a theory about why it was able to work so seamlessly last year and this year is not quite going the same. Yeah, man, big up Jagons. Yeah, so bro, your timing perfect because we just don't talk about the major injuries going on right now, really, to the bigger clubs. Obviously Cole Palmer, another 6 weeks out, it's looking like. Nitro and in the building, say Gunners, big up, big up, big up. Yes, Osimhen scored a crucial hat trick. They say not take nothing from Ireland. Yes, African World Cup qualifiers were mad. That is true. Yeah, man, EPL is back, you know. EPL is back. So, all right, let's get now down to business of the matches now, people. So this is the segment now where you guys can get involved in the comment section. Drop your thoughts about the teams, whatever you hear me saying about the tactics and whatever thoughts you might have about the coaching and the teams. Yeah, man, this is where we really start to break down the football now because when we give the scoreline them set in stone, people, them set in stone. So let's see. Let's start the conversation. Um, let's start the convo with the first game of the week, people. And it's actually a game that last season, towards the end of the season, was a huge game in terms of what was going to happen in Europe. And of course, these two teams are London teams, so it is a London derby, and that is Nottingham Forest and Chelsea, and this is at City Ground. So early kickoff, starting up the league again, match week 8. Kavanagh will be the referee, as you can see there. And let's go to the stats so we can break everything down. So the recent form of the two teams, as you can see, Nottingham Forest. So Ange Postecoglou took over after the 3-0 defeat to West Ham. Right? First game away to Arsenal gets 3-0. Away to Burnley, only can get a draw 1-1. Loses at home to Sunderland 1-0. And then goes to St. James Park. Not the worst performance in the world, if I'm being fair to him, Ange, but still 2-0. So 1 point from a possible 12 points in his start to life at Nottingham Forest. Definitely got into this job in some crazy circumstances. And yeah, I think, Nottingham Forest were a lot of people last year team that they were kind of rooting for because they came out of nowhere. I think all of that goodwill taken away now with the whole situation because I just can't understand how you like basically make things difficult with the manager that almost had you in Europe. It don't make any sense. Like what was the purpose of creating this friction with this manager? Well, I guess the purpose was always to get someone you're more familiar with or cool with in the position. And apparently there's a link there, and now he is in the team. So craziness, people. But Chelsea, on the other hand, now their recent form, um, I guess you could call it a bit up and down. So they have 2 wins, 2 losses, and a draw. They beat Fulham 2-0 in match week 3, drew with Brentford 2-2, 2-1 away to Man United. They ended up going down in that one. 3-1 home loss to Brighton, probably their worst moment of the season. And then, of course, Chelsea defeating Liverpool, that last minute winner by Estevao right before the international break. So, Chelsea coming off the back of that wonderful win. But yeah, their last 2 games away, they've only been able to get a draw and a loss. So something has to give in this one. No wins yet since Ange took over. But let's just take a look at the stats overall. So Nottingham Forest with their poor start in 17th, Chelsea in 7th. You see 3 wins, Chelsea have 2 draws, both teams have, but 4 losses for Forest, only 2 for Chelsea. 13 goals scored for Chelsea, and you can see what the glaring issue is right now for Forest, not finding a way to get the ball into the goal. 7 games played and only 5 goals scored. That's not going to get the job done. You see the XG as well, not necessarily that high. So it's not like they're creating that many chances. Chelsea, good amount of goals compared to the XG. So they're pretty clinical in front of goal this season so far. They have kept 2 clean sheets. Forest last year led the league, I think was tied for clean sheets with Arsenal. And this season so far in 7 games, they have none. So not the start to the season that many would have thought would be coming after such a good year last year, but that is the Premier League. Year to year things can change. 16 times these teams played in this Premier League. 6 wins for Chelsea, 4 wins for Forest, and 6 draws. So it's not that far apart in terms of amount of wins for each team. You see the last time they played end of the season, and that was, like I said, crucial for the European places. Chelsea got the better of them at this ground 1-0. So of course, Forest will be looking for revenge. But the thing is, the manager is gone. Some of the players are gone. The feeling is different. Is that revenge factor going to be there amongst the players? Maybe the fans can will them to have a better performance. Like I said, though, the game against Newcastle, they did lose the game, but I thought they didn't play terribly in this game. They created some chances. Nick Pope on the day was just the better goalkeeper. But yeah, it wasn't quite enough for sure. So this was the lineup that Ange played on the day. Endor, Gibbs White, and Wood. I think one of the issues that I'm seeing with this setup with Ange is Gibbs White is almost like the odd one out, because I don't really think in Ange's system Gibbs White is that type of player to just be sitting on the wing, receiving the ball on the outlet. He really needs to be involved from central, maybe springing those passes to those wingers. But Ange prefers. I guess Ange doesn't see Gibbs White as a box to box, enough of a box to box midfielder to play that central role beside like a Anderson, let's say. But I feel like Gibbs White is you're not gonna get the best out of Gibbs White in the way he plays the system, unless he's gonna give him more freedom to not necessarily stay on that flank. But yeah, I think injuries have hurt them as well. Ola Aina has been out. My boy, the name Murillo has been out as well at centre back. So they have had their little injury issues to deal with of late. So that was how Forest looked last week. Now this week, think Chris Wood is a bit of a doubt. So it's going to be interesting to see if he starts. Now, this was what Chelsea started with last week. They already had a bit of a centre back crisis. Now, Badia Shield is now out, so he can't start this time. Achampong should be fit to play. Reece James, Cucurella, Caicedo, Gusto, Neto, Fernandez, Garnacho, and Pedro. And I could see that front four being the same as long as Enzo is fit. And I could see Gusto and James playing. Not sure who will play where. Achampong, I think, just based on not having players, probably will have to start. And I saw that Fafana is back fit, so maybe he can accompany him there. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do. I think Lavia is back fit now, so maybe it could be a case where Reece James plays centre back next to say Achampong, and then you have Gusto playing right back. I guess that could happen as well. So the options are there, but probably not the options that the coach would actually want in those positions. Estevao, maybe with his late minute winner, some of his heroics, had a good window as well, had a good game in the first game, especially for Brazil. So maybe he can start. But it's going to be an interesting selection for Maresca tomorrow because he is having a bit of a centre-back crisis at the moment. So yeah, all those things being said, look, I just don't know if this is the actual day that Ange Postecoglou gets this team on the right track. But they have been anemic in front of goal. I just wonder if the situation at Chelsea, in terms of just not having enough quality at the centre back position, especially with some injuries, does it finally catch up with Chelsea in this particular game? I just feel like it's almost like the best case scenario for both things because Nottingham Forest attack is struggling and they're facing a Chelsea team depleted in defense. But they have been kind of stingy this season. All right. I have two results in my mind. I have 1-1 and I have 2-1. I think Chelsea gonna win the game 2-1. Yeah, I think them find a way to find the 2-1 where them need to get the win. Just feel like that. I feel like that, people. I feel it. I feel it. All right, let's check in with the comment section now so we can see what go on. All right. Game birds are reach. Cool. I have game birds ready up. On the way to the North Coast. All right. Safe travel, safe travel, safe travel. Yeah, man, that game was a mad game, gigs. Wicked, wicked game. Yeah, man, I miss like I saw it go 1-0, and I saw it go 1-1. Then I miss it 2-2. Then I see everything after that. Here to learn more, talk truth. Yeah, man. Chelsea 3-0, said Joseph. Jaja. Man, them are gonna make the place boo Ange. Say give him the sack. Rosina Coach Jamaica is son of Pundit Leroy Rosina on the EPL channel and Peacock. I don't know, I don't know. I'll check it. He didn't like being shown up by the coach and he get his countryman to coach Paris now. The owner is like a thug. Yeah, man. Make me believe, say the man really hold Gibbs White and say, yo, brother. No way I do. You say click click. Man, just say, where's the pen? 2-0 Blues say float. Two 0 2-1 Newcastle. Float say must send 2 shot. Chelsea 2-1 say Chile. All right. unless the coach wants to shake up the team to get them a spark. But I don't think Omari will become a regular starter in the EPL. He may be in the FA Cup or Carabao Cup. I don't think he cracks this 11. Well, this is the thing, right? I think he would be better than Gibbs White playing that wide role, though. That's the thing. And it looked like he might inch closer and closer to starting, but at the same time, Hudson-Odoi now start now, and him is the more natural option, I would think. But it all comes down to the coach and who him like. I always thought that Omari wasn't going to be a Nuno player, but Ange might like him. So let's see. That'll come down to preference. Pristine in the building, big up yourself. Each and every time. Never always appreciate you for the membership as well. Manners and respect. Chelsea 1 love. Gamebird said 3-1. 3 points for Chelsea. Jaguar said 2-1 to the Blues. Duke said the same. So 2-1 Chelsea is a popular scoreline. Red Skull, me they are waiting. I know somebody must say draw. I think draw, 1-1, me I think. Yeah, man, 1-1. No Palmer, no party. All right, so that's the first game, people. Nottingham Forest, Chelsea. Nobody going for the Nottingham Forest win. No faith in Ange. I'm not wrong, no. I don't wrong you at all. Yo, why don't go back to the match then? All right, next game up, people. Brighton and Newcastle from the Amex. So this game right here, I will look at the form of the teams first. So we have Brighton on the left, 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. Not bad form. 8 points in a possible 15. They have a win against Man City at home. Big win for them. Lost away to Bournemouth 2-1. Drew at home with Tottenham 2-2. Went away to Chelsea and slapped them 3-1. And away to Wolves, they were only able to garner a point. Then Newcastle, basically the same form in terms of points. Drew with Leeds away 0-0, 1-0 home win over Wolves, 0-0 away to Bournemouth after that, then a 2-1 loss at home to Arsenal. You remember that one there, and then a 2-0 home win over Nottingham Forest last week. So I think that was the first time this season they scored 2 goals in a Premier League match, I want to say. So let's take a look at the stats breakdown before we go anywhere else. 12th position and 11th position. So this is could be a big swing here if one team were to get all 3 points. Identical win, draw, and loss record, obviously. 10 goals for Brighton, 6 goals for Newcastle. So Newcastle, we just showed their team in Nottingham Forest saying how anemic they have been. Newcastle in the same boat, just 1 more goal than Forest. You see the XG so far this season. And so it just goes to show Newcastle is creating more chances than, say, a Nottingham Forest, just not converting at all. 5 clean sheets kept already out of 7 for Newcastle. So I think a lot of people looking at them, their defenders right now in FPL, I think would be a smart move. So they have played 16 in this series, 2 wins for Newcastle, 6 wins for Brighton. So they have the upper hand here and 8 drawn games. So a draw is a very popular result in this game. In fact, in May when they faced off, it was a 1-1 draw then as well. A couple of games ago before that, it was a 1-1. So, apart from the 4-1, 3-1, this tends to be a tight game in terms of scoreline. Now, I think these 2 teams, especially like Brighton, they will want to play their football, get their attacking game going, the passing, the movement. Newcastle, they won't mind the way Brighton play for how they like to attack teams. So it's going to be an interesting tactical battle. I think with Brighton, you always have to look out for their second half performance. Typically, Hurtsla will make like 2 to 3 changes at halftime that really influence the game in a good way for Brighton. So let's see if that's another thing that happens in this one. Something I've been noticing with this coach, um, has trust in a lot of players in his squad, and yeah, doesn't hesitate to just change things around all the way. Sometimes it happens to work out for him, especially the players in bring on, them do something. So I've been doing this of late, and I kind of like this practice. So I go back and I look at the lineup that was last used by Brighton, just to kind of see who did get game and everything. So Verbruggen started in goal, Vifa, Van Heck, Duncan, Kadioglu. Baliba has been in and out of form so far this season. People saying his head has turned. He's not really putting in his best effort at Brighton anymore. They need him to get back to what we know he can be like. That would be very good for their midfield. Ayari, I think, has been very consistent this season. Gruda, Gomez, Minte, Welbeck. Now, of this front four, I think Minte is pretty much the one that, he's kind of picking himself at the moment. And even Welbeck, too, because Ruta started off the season at striker. And I don't think naturally that's really where he wants to play. So I think Welbeck and Minte, if Welbeck is fit, I think he's probably going to start. So Minte, Welbeck, Mitoma is the one that had been missing for a while. Maybe after this break, he can come back and get back into the team, but we shall wait and see for that. Now that was Brighton. Now let's see what Newcastle brought to the table. They're a team that kind of, you close your eyes, you pick the team. So Voldemort up front, Anthony Gordon as well, and then it could be Elanga, it could be Murphy, basically interchanging there. This midfield three is pretty much set in stone as well. And then right now, this is the back four that they have been going with that's been getting all these clean sheets. Fabian Schär is now good enough to be on the bench, but I don't think Eddie is going to break up this pairing of Theo and Batman. They look to be very solid right now. No Livramento, so Dan Burn slides out to left back. And Trippier, when these three are playing, does have a lot more freedom to get down this flank and whip crosses in, which he can do. And Theo has the athleticism to go into that right centre back of a three and hold his own. So I think Theo was a good pickup for them. I don't think some of the ways that Eddie Howe trying to play Shar reads the game really well, but he can't cover the ground anymore like he used to. And I think Theo is just much more equipped for Eddie Howe to be able to do some more do some more fluid things with him, tactics and everything. And I think you're seeing evidence of that already. It hasn't really translated into goals yet, but it's definitely helping their defending because, like I said, they have 5 clean sheets out of 7 games. That is crazy. If they keep up this pace, I mean, they'll have like 20 at clean sheets. So yeah, it's gonna be quite an interesting one, I think, this Brighton Newcastle game. One that's tough to call, to be honest, because Brighton at home is formidable. We saw them turn over teams, but at the same time, I think Newcastle is in a decent space right now, the way they had been playing right before the international break. I don't think the break is gonna just kill that momentum so easily. So, boy, this one is difficult. A part of me think that if I talk long enough, I won't be able to pick a winner. And so the obvious choice right now is to pick a draw. But I was trying to figure out what score is the best score for this game. All right, look, I'm gonna keep the score at 1-1. And that's mainly because Newcastle has been so stingy. I was gonna say Desmond, but I think it ends 1-1, people. I think it ends 1-1. Don't need Palmer to beat Forest. All right, son. Brighton 1, Newcastle 1. So Joseph Brown said, in Hedio, I don't trust, so I draw. Jaguars 2-1 to which side? Brighton. So Jaguar said the Amex will be cooking. Newcastle going to slow down, in my opinion. Their new striker is firing now, but I don't think he's the answer. Well, all them have to do in other team there sometime, is just keep up enough with the play, when Gardner and Murphy and Elanga them beat them man and cross it, You can get in the box and finish 3-1 Newcastle, rate the new defender to yeah. Skull, man, change how them play. That may I tell you. People now pre say the boy Shar did I play good, But him can't do the things that this guy do. Shar in a space, bare yellow card that get man. Him no want run with nobody. Newcastle 1 love. 6 clean sheet out of 8. Brighton 1-0. Chile is scared, because them beat up City. I'll pick Brighton. Believe I suffering from the Man U pressure and he ain't even signed. Oh my gosh. Man U, Radcliffe needs to go sell some else and stop feed some other people. Brighton 2-1. And Pristine agree with you. So Brighton 2-1 as well. Alright, cool. So that is the Brighton Newcastle game. Like I said, I wouldn't shock if it go either side winning. And because I feel that way, I'm just gonna say, yeah, I go with them. Now, this one, people, Burnley and Leeds. Now, one thing that I think has been nice about this Premier League season, and any Premier League fan can agree, at least the promoted side, them not just lose every game, right? Now, as soon as I said that, we look at the farm and you see Burnley, and it's like them want to rejoin that narrative again. Now, this makes sense to me because I want to say I had Burnley finishing 20. Let me double check and see. Yes, I have Burnley finishing 20, but the problem is I have Leeds finishing 19th. Now it's still possible, people, but Leeds been showing me some things that maybe they might have found a little combination that can keep them competitive enough to be still in the Premier League next year. But it's still early days, so let's not jump the gun on anything. But Burnley struggling right now. So 3-2 loss away to Man U, 1-0 at home to Liverpool, 1-1 at home with Forest, 5-1 at the Etihad loss, and a 2-1 loss away at Villa Park. But to be honest, look on them 5 games there. A 5 rough game that, at Etihad, at Old Trafford, at Villa Park. It's not an easy 5 games. So Burnley, they're one thing you can say, they're battle tested at this point. Leeds, on the other hand, drew 0-0 at home with Newcastle away. They lost 1-0 at the Cottage. 3-1 away win at the Molineux. Good win for them. 2-2 at home with Bournemouth. Respectable result. And then at home last time, Tottenham got the better of them 2-1. So let's look at the stats breakdown. No. All right. So we have 18th position Burnley, 15th Leeds. You see the wins and draws and losses there. Both teams have 7 goals. You see the XG though much higher for Leeds at 7.77. So Burnley doing well to outperform the XG. 2 clean sheets for Leeds, 1 for Burnley. So, slightly similar stats. It's pretty clear that Leeds is a little more potent in attack, but I think Burnley, as evidenced last season in the champ, when they're ready, especially at this ground, they very rarely give up a lot of goals. You see the 2 losses or the 2 fixtures in the last 5 where they played at home, only 1 goal conceded. That was to Forest in a 1-1 draw. No more than 1 goal conceded against Liverpool and Forest. So, I don't see Leeds scoring more than 1, even though they have been scoring, a decent clip of late. 3 goals against Wolves, 2 against Bournemouth as well. I just think this game has a 1-0 written all over it or a 1-all. I don't know. All right, you know what? I'm gonna go with a madness, you know. After a goal will score. Some kind of set piece goal or something. I wanna say 1-all again. 1-all again, people. Not picking a winner. Of all the three promoted team, I think only Sunderland will survive. I could see it. I know Sunderland must hit a little patch at some point. Joseph Brown, how are we going? We have the same pick them tonight. Jaguars 1-all as well. Damian Francis. What I usually name? Cause YouTuber do some madness, you know. Let me know, you know, cause I'm good I'll have your name right down or something else. I say A. So who that A could have been? A. No, he don't normally play. Actually, say 1-all. Yeah, man, that game look dryish. Finally, we get a winner. Pristine said 2-1 to the home team. Turfmoor. 1-0 Burnley says Skull. I think we get a Burnley defender to, you know, I swear. I have a feeling like I'm finally gonna keep them clean sheet in the Premier League. After them keep so many in the championship last time. Alright, people, moving along, you know. Duckland Game Birds, float management. Run the game score. Who played last time for Burnley? Anthony will score again. Boy, they're on fire, you know, man. Here's starting lineup for Burnley. Foster carrying a little niggle, but should be alright to play. And then this was Leeds lineup last week. Okafor also a bit of a doubt for the game, and he would be a big miss because he has added a lot of potency to that attack since he came into the team, and also getting the output as well. You see, he was the lone goal scorer in the last week. But yeah, this team is pretty settled right now. You know, they would love to get back goalkeeper Lucas Perry at some point, but for now, Darlow not doing badly. But yeah, look for a lot of the starting 11 to be pretty much similar. Maybe a one and few changes here and there, but Burnley leads two promoted teams at 10 o'clock. No disrespect to you lot, but these other games at 10 o'clock will be getting my attention more than you, Mr. Burnley and Leeds. All right. And I'm sure that goes for a lot of you that will be watching the football this weekend. All right. Duke said 1-all as well. I'm going to like this, you know. I have no score like my score, you know. 2-1 Burnley. So whoever don't say draw, pretty much saying a Burnley win. Makes sense. Home team. I them promoted back there. Count for a lot. All right. Moving along at the 10 o'clock hour. Crystal Palace and Bournemouth. Looks like it's a 5-game 10 o'clock time frame, which we don't mind. We don't mind. Goal rush. Turn on one screen on the game I'm really want to focus on and we in there. All right, so you see the last 5 for Palace. They were unbeaten all the way to match week 6 when they fell away from home to Everton in a tough loss. Then you see Bournemouth, they are unbeaten in their last 5. 3 of those wins and 2 draws. So 11 points from 15 for Bournemouth. Very good run of form for them. And Crystal Palace not far behind, 10 points from a possible 15. So 2 of the hotter teams in the league, even though they lost international break, got the monkey off their back, haven't lost a game. That's over now. Now them can just focus a little bit more on what the task is moving forward. But Palace and Bournemouth, I think the key in this one is, Mateta need to get on track, man. Man, I missed so many chances. Get the France call up, everything. Confidence should be through the roof coming back from France. So hopefully, Mateta can do what I'm supposed to do, because to me that's the main difference, man. Them draw a lot of games so far because Mateta does not score like how him normally would. But you see, Bournemouth, their recent form has gotten them all the way to the top 4. 4 wins, 2 draws for them. 3 wins, 3 draws for Crystal Palace. So they are 2 points apart. 14 points for Bournemouth and 12 points for Crystal Palace. You see the goals pretty close. 11 for Bournemouth and 9 for Crystal Palace. Palace with a bit stingier defense though. XG, Crystal Palace, 12.94. And how much goal them got? 9. Can bet you like all of them extra XG is just Mateta foot or head. XG for Bournemouth 8.43. So they are outperforming their XG. So, Mateta needs to take a page out of their attackers book, especially Antoine Semenyo, who has probably been the hottest start to the league. Him and probably Haaland, you'd have to say. Best start to the season so far from an attacking sense. Both teams do have 3 clean sheets so far this season. So Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, let's take a look at the head-to-head stats. 16 played, 4 wins for Bournemouth, 6 for Crystal Palace, 6 drawn games. The last 2 fixtures, as a matter of fact, ended in 0-0 draws. So is it a case where both teams just cancel each other out tactically? And that's what's going on here. Oliver Glasner, quite a tactician. Same can be said for Iraola. Is it just that, them just cancel each other out? Is that what you see playing out in this one? I don't know why I have a feeling like I don't see the 0-0 in this one, Like I see goals being scored. I haven't predicted any of these games to have 0 goals yet, Is this the one? Just don't feel like another 0-0 is going to happen. The 1-1 I got tired to see me, but at that I go with again, 1-1. Be a 1-1, I say. Joseph Brown, if you do another 1-1, bro, a 3 straight score, we say the same exact thing, How I go on? Blessings, Cranky. Hope all is well with you. I know it'll get late, so I'm gonna hurry up and rush the show. No, but big up yourself, Cranky. Jaguar said 2-1 to Bournemouth. All right, Jaguar say Iraola over Glasner tomorrow. Red Skull say, go with the trend, 2 straight 0 all. Red Skull say, let's make it 3. So finally, somebody believe in Crystal Palace and Glasner. 3-1 to Palace. And it becomes a trend now. 2-1 to Palace. Sorry, I have to write the next something there. Column them full up. Yeah, I get to the point now, if you win them week, yeah, you really deserve the trophy, because a lot of people playing now. And like one time it's like 4 or 5 people. I have move into the 21st century soon, you know, man, and do them something upon just create the program of the yeah, man, and that I'm gonna do. Stop right everything. Move like a Jamaica. Everything file. All right. Pristine said 1-1. Popular scoreline. Game Bird said 3-2 to Palace. That'll be a nice entertaining game. Duke said clean sheet to the Palace people them. 2-0. Palace had done them. So that was an interesting one because from what I have from earlier today and those, it would seem like you guys more think that Palace is gonna win if the game don't draw. I think only what 3 picks for Bournemouth and about 6 picks for Palace, and then some draw game. So yeah, Palace, Bournemouth. I think that's gonna be a good game, you know. But like I said, I mean, I would want to say Palace gonna win, you know, but just no man. Mateta just hasn't been himself. It was kind of strange that he met the French squad when he did because he hasn't been playing no ball this season. Still linking up play well, you know, but Mateta need to be giving you the goals too. This is what they came with. Glasner has pretty much set the system up, gotten in players that he thinks can do the roles, and you know them putting in the work now. I told people, you know, this Pino guy, it don't translate to output just yet, but trust me, good pickup for them in a Glasner system right there in that double 10 off the left there. And sorry, just a problem. The man they go and get chance in a game and score a goal in a games, man. But Mateta, yeah, the big problem right now, you know, man. You need to play better. And Ketia come on, come save everything. Couple weeks back. Yeah, so this was the team that started against Everton in their defeat, but I wouldn't be shocked if, as long as everybody fit, this could very well be what we see again. Could very well be what we see again. All right, so that was Palace. Now this was Bournemouth's team for their 3-1 victory over Fulham, and this game was a mad one because it was 0-0 forever, and then once Sessegnon scored, the game just started going mad. But this was the starting lineup that they went with. Diakite was a doubt, but he did play and play well as well. Semenyo still in form, 2 more goals and an assist last time he played in this league. His country that he represents, Ghana, qualified for the World Cup as well. So it's been a great start to this season overall for Semenyo on every level, club and country. Tyler Adams, Scott, decent little pair in there. But you have options in that midfield. Christie also rotates in there sometime. Tavernier, Brooks, Evan Nielsen. For whatever reason, it seemed like these two guys are always playing together. And Clivert, but I think if Clivert is like fully fit now, eventually I believe he will start for Tavernier there. So is this the week where I'm finally starting? I'm not sure. But yeah, eventually I think he'll take that slot. And Tavernier even could push out to the right side as well. So options, people, options. But yeah, 1-1 I'm still enough people. I don't know about no. But I say 1-1, all right? Yeah, man. Please do smash the like button, share, subscribe. Bless up Conrad. Walk on, bro. Basta in the morning. Blessings. Who not have tomorrow? The cherries are fire wild, a fire with Semenyo and company and American in the midfield. Yeah, Tyler Adams are play some good ball. That is true. Very, very good ball. Consistent. Look like the Tyler Adams that was forwarding to the EPL when he got there. Don't think he had hit the heights before this season so far, but yeah, seen him play a few games this season and like actually watch the full games, and yeah, him definitely on it right now. All right, Man City. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Man City versus Everton. This one will be at the Etihad. Sorry. And you see the form of late since that loss to Brighton, that shock defeat. They have gone on a decent run, 3 wins and that draw away to Arsenal. They were just 45 seconds away from taking all 3 points there. Everton, wins at the ends and in between 2 draws and a loss. That one loss coming in the Merseyside derby at Anfield 2-1, and that was a good game. But last week they had probably their biggest win of the season based on how Crystal Palace was unbeaten at the time, and they were able to get the scalp of Crystal Palace 2-1. So that is pretty much it for the previous fixtures and the recent form. City up to 5th now in the league. Everton at 8th position. City 15 goals so far, 9 goals for Everton. See the XG, not bad for Everton, almost at 10, and 3 clean sheets for City, 2 for Everton. This match has been played quite a bit in the Premier League. 56 played, 27 wins for City, 18 for Everton. People forget that time when City wasn't always beating everyone. Probably where they accumulated those 18, or the majority of them. Because if you look at recently, you will not find Everton on the winning column. Only 1 draw mustered out of 5, and those other 4 were defeats. So the writing is on the wall, people. Everton is a lot stingier team now than time past, but just feel like Haaland, man. Haaland is on it right now, and that spells trouble. I'm gonna say 3-1. I think Everton find a little goal somewhere, but 3-1. 3-1. I don't think this City game gonna be. Don't think this City game gonna be difficult for them. I think they're gonna just take this one home. Wicked man, Semenyo and Sar. Yeah, man. City 3, Everton 1. Oh, that's why I can't laugh. You must say empty. City 3, Everton 1 for Dragons. I'm lucky I had one there. Should have cost me. Let me up that City 4-1. Yeah. I will accept it. End of the day. And I like the game kickoff and Haaland's gone 2 and you talk about change it. Actually said 2-0 to City. 1 City. City. 3-2 Man City. The skull that is red. Duke said 3-1. I do. That's too many scores. I like, man. City 2-0. I'll change my entire score. The scores, man. Pristine. 2-0 to City. So nobody now vote for Everton, man. Chano. We say better go score. Probably, And like them bully striker there. Grealish going to try to score on Man City. He can't. I don't even think he can play. Yeah, he can't play. He's alone, He can't even play. That's one thing we rate about La Liga. If you loan a ball to a side, ain't no stupid rule about them can't play. City 2, Everton nil. True England corrupt, you know. A man probably used to bribe ball and them something. 2-0. Yeah, him can't play. Him can't play. City 4-0. John O'Conrad. What the Barca score are gonna be? Cause I know you're not gonna give me no more score for this. 4-0. Might cost better every chance he gets. Yeah, but you see the brother way forward team. You see the brother way command team, Barry. Why he not much better? Like a two madman striker them have. Yeah, and the crazy part, you know, better they go up on a rotted streak last year towards the end, you know. Man, I score all the time. Rodri out is big, but we should still win. Yeah, man. Slotty Nico against Everton, it's all right, man. But now if Pep forward with a madness now and say, I'm going to play Rico Lewis and, you know, Bernardo Silva as my pivot. Yeah, man, they're mad, man, and them do anything. And then going like him a genius. I draw Pep a good coach, man. Him just this is a madman some of the time. Then. All right, so I think most of us agree City will get past them. Don't think anybody went for anything different. I think Float just never give me a score for that one there. All right, the last one in the 10 o'clock slot, Sunderland and Wolves. So this one right here, people. You see Sunderland, you know, somebody said it before in the comment section. Sunderland, only one of the three that they see staying up. Now, right now, they're in 9th position after a good start to life again in the Prem. And Wolves rooted to the base, but they're getting better, people. 2 draws on the track. I think. Yeah. You see 5 goals and 7 goals. So you see the problem. One team though, 3 clean sheets to go with there, only 7 goals. The other team, 0 goals. They're conceding 2 a match, only 1 conceded per match by Sunderland. So you see the XG basically around the same 6.37, 6.12. Both creating about the same XG per 90 minutes. So this game is gonna be, you know, pretty much down to probably a defensive error or something. Because I think it's gonna be extremely cagey. And I could see one of the 2 teams ending up with a 1-0 victory. I just feel like right now the stadium, the atmosphere is winning out, and they're gonna witness another. I don't know if it's historic, but another home win. And I'm gonna say Sunderland win the game 1-0 over Wolves. All right. This was starting lineup for Sunderland the last time. We know Alderete is a bit of a doubt, so it's gonna be interesting to see if he plays. But yeah, lots of options, especially in the attacking areas. Can swap out the wingers if he wants. I think they did make the trip over for qualifiers, so maybe he might decide to do that. So let's see options for the Sunderland manager Labrie, and we'll see what he brings to the table. One thing we know, Xhaka will be in the middle and probably wearing the captain armband as well. And then when you go to Wolves, they're 1-1 draw with Brighton. This is how they came out with a 4-3-3. I've seen this coach change from 3 to 4 at the back. This game he decided to go for a 4-3-3. And yeah, the names on here look like they could very well be the same names we see. Maybe one or a few changes, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I think both of these teams will look similar in terms of who's starting for this game on Saturday at 10. So I went for a 1-0. What did you guys go for? Let's check in with the comment section before we move on to the 12:30 kickoff, which is the Gunners traveling to Craven Cottage. The special one plate going to be like 5 Yamal. If Pep do that, we're dropping points. Yeah, bro. I mean, sometimes him don't do it like at a time like now, but at maddest times, him want pull out a mad scientist business. 3-0 Sunderland. So Joseph said them not take no mercy. Them not no mercy. Then get them gun thirsty. Sunderland 2-1, says Chile. Shock of the week 2-1. Yeah, yo, Skull, I swear. I just never want to be the one to do it, but we feel like them could have easily win 1-0 the other way as well. So let's go with the 1-0 for Sunderland, yeah, man. Christine said 1-1. Not a bad scoreline either. Sunderland 2, Wolves 1. What a game, Birds. Big up yourself. Jaguar said 2-1 as well. Same thing, Sunderland. So man, I'm gonna play 2-1 pan just bet now. Alright, so that was Sunderland and Wolves, right? Alright, so moving on now to the last game, the last match of Saturday, and that's 12:30 kickoff where I am, Eastern time. And this is at what, 5:30 kickoff in England. So let's take a look at the stats before we look at anything else. So you love to see it. Fulham in 14th, Arsenal in first, not second, first. All right, so 5 wins for Arsenal, 1 draw, 1 loss, 2 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses for Fulham. You see the discrepancy in goals. I think Man City has what, 15. Arsenal have 14 goals. Fulham have scored 8. We conceding less than 1 per match, because it says 0. Our XG is 12.21 to 14 goals. That's not too bad. Not too bad. And we are creating about 1.74, not about, but creating 1.74 XG per 90 to 1.03 for Fulham. 4 clean sheets for us, 1 clean sheet for Fulham. So this is the previous form. As you can see, 3 losses mixed in with 2 wins for Fulham. Fulham beating home wins against Leeds and Brentford. They have traveled 3 times in their last 5 games and lost all 3 by 2-goal margins. 2-0 to Chelsea, 3-1 to Villa, and 3-1 to Bournemouth. Arsenal, on the other hand, since that 1-0 loss to Liverpool, unbeaten, getting 10 points from a possible 12, and that's 10 points from a possible 15 when it comes to the Liverpool game. But they had a 3-0 win at home to Forest, 1-1 late equalizer, 2-1 away win at St. James Park, really good for character. And then our bogey team the last couple seasons, West Ham, at home, especially when we play them, we were able to turn them over 2-0 at the Emirates before the international break. Now, this fixture has been played 36 times. Arsenal dominating with 24 wins, only 4 wins ever for Fulham in this fixture in the Premier League. But all 4 of them did come at their yard, and 1 of the 4 came in 2023 in December on New Year's Eve. So, yeah. Definitely Arsenal dominant, but when you look at the recent games, there's a lot of draws in there. Well, 2 draws in there to be sure, and 1-2-1 victory for Fulham, and 1-2-1 victory for Arsenal, and then another 3-0 victory for Arsenal. So that is the last 5 games they have played against each other, and this is the all-time battle. So let's take a look now at the recent 11s and try to see how close we can get to what we might see in the game tomorrow. Yeah, so Fulham did score first in this game, but then everything went left for them. Big issue for them right now. Raul Jimenez is doubtful, but I think if he can go, I think they'll start him just to have a focal point to start. Because last time they just did the fluidity, and yeah, at times it looked okay, but it really just kind of showed the reason why you want to have that actual target man there. And it doesn't have to be target man in stature; it can just be having a skill set to hold up the ball. Because sometimes smaller guys hold up the ball just as well. So. This is who played, and I wouldn't be surprised actually if this same team play, except I don't think Lukic is fit enough to play. So who can come in for him? Probably Tom Kearney, who came on early in the last game as well. So yeah, I could see the starting lineup starting again, minus Lukic, adding John, adding Tom Kearney. I can't remember his name. All right, so it's Fulham's team from last week. Let's take a look at Arsenal's team now that beat West Ham. And this was pre-international break, so Odegaard started but had to sub off. He's still out, so we know Eze will probably move there. Now the question is, away to Fulham, does he go with the Rice Zubimendi combo? Does he play a Zubi and Marino? Does he play Rice and Marino? I think Eze is gonna start for sure, where Odegaard usually plays, but how is he gonna do it? He could go with a more double pivot, Rice, Zubimendi, Eze. Could do that. Could do that. Have Champions League this week against Atletico coming up, so don't know how much that will factor in. I think this back four and keeper will be hard to displace as of right now, so I think that stays the same. And like I said, I'm curious to see what he does with Zubimendi and Rice. If he thinks it's a game for both of them, or he's gonna pick one or the other, which probably then frees up Marino to start in midfield as well. In the forward line, it's gonna be interesting again. Atletico coming up midweek. How does he see it? Does he see his tactics or style of play of Trossard to more fit the opponent for the Premier League game or vice versa? So it's gonna be interesting to see some of these decisions and who goes where and who plays in what competition and when. But tomorrow, Fulham hosting Arsenal. Now, I just feel like right now we are very business-like in our approach. I don't really see a chance for them to just show up and just be completely flat all day. Look, I feel like Arsenal want to make a statement to start back this league. So I'm gonna say a solid, same result as before the win, 2-0 Arsenal away from home, clean sheet and everything. I wanna say, I'm sound. Lookland says Sunderland 1-0. Joseph Brown said 3-0. Chagarn said 3-0. So me are the conservative one. Two me say. Our boy team Fulham, I beg last season. I have a heartbreak after me lose a lot of cash on that 1-1 draw. Just give me the win 4-0. Skull drop. Put a money on the 4-0 skull, man. It will reach you. Arsenal 2-0, but Fulham always play good versus Arsenal, unlike some other teams from London. So anything can happen. That is true. Some like Fulham usually play the good team them hard, bro. So pay them thing that them play the good team them hard, and then them buck a promoted side and you see them a struggle to get the 3 points. Roma versus Inter. Yep. And originally it was saying he wasn't in the squad, then the squad come out on them website and he's in the squad. So always some drama with Bailey, brother. I will not even want to make drama. 2-1 City. All right, so float forward now with the madness. Oh no, perfect. 2-1 reach. Right, see me ready for this your float and you do it perfect. Sunderland Wolves. 3-1 Gunners. All right, this will reach. Arsenal win, Jason. Yeah, we win the league, man. We're there in the first. Stop the league now. Game Birds at 3-1 to 2 again. Arsenal, then the most. Last minute goal by Saka that was offside. Marcus Martinelli of Fred. No. Yeah, cause the man did offside. Yo, you remember that play there, yo? That play that pissed me off for real, no man. Thinking 3-1. Yeah, man, Arsenal have to win, man. 3-1. But no, Conrad now give me more than about a few score, you know. I write a few score them same way. Yeah, man. So who Arsenal did play last week? No, so yeah, Gyökeres though, people. Will Gyökeres finally get a goal star? Man, dip on the chopping block, you know, man. But me not pull the trigger as yet, you know, man. I say, yo, should I give him one more game? And man, yo, it's just a lot of averages, bro. Look how long the man not score a goal for club or country. Man, no more score, man. Sure. Pristine said 3-0. So everybody like Arsenal to be the Avengers and avenge them death. Alright, nothing wrong with that. Alright, now moving right along into the Sunday matches now. So it should be 5-1-6 1-7. So I think it's 2 matches Sunday and 1 match Monday. Yeah, so Sunday morning, 9 o'clock, Tottenham versus Villa. Should be a good match. Should be a good matchup. Tottenham up to 3rd now. Villa in 13th position, but that's coming from about 18th, 19th. Double the goals for Tottenham as opposed to Villa. You see the XG. So Tottenham really probably one of the best outperforming at the XG. Only 7.53 XG, but 13 goals. Compare that to Aston Villa with the 6.13 and their slightly less amount of goals than expected goals. That shouldn't be happening. 3 clean sheets for Spurs, 2 clean sheets for Aston Villa. You see the previous form of both teams. Identical, 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. 15 times they played the game, 26 wins for Spurs, 19 for Villa. 15 matches were drawn. So this have no trend really, you know. Away team win a game, home team win a game. Yep, Spurs, Villa from the Hotspur Stadium. Yo, Spurs wings I get clipping on, man. Thomas Franco go say, yo, what kind of tactics this Emery forward with to beat me? 2-1 Villa, I say, brother. I'm on that, I say. I'm a lows. No, I know my brother Skull would have at least a Villa last in him score. And say 2-1 as well. Joseph Brown said 1-1. Could see a draw to, you know, Joseph, I'm not lie. We say him soon score. Alright, Skull. I work with that, Skull. I work with that. Spurs always let me down a pretty them winner to score more than 1 goal. Them not trick me this week. Hey, that's one thing I forgot against for real, you know. Just being upset with that team, so you know, pick them no more, you know, man. All when it's obvious. 2-2. Chile said 2-2. When it's obvious, you know, I admit it. Tottenham 2-1. Get the 30. Game Bird said 2-0. Spuds. I said, I don't know nothing to do it this week or no week. I just history for Tottenham that. Yo. Alright, do soon forward with that score there. Float, pristine, when it there. Towards sport. I know what's time me a buck. Yeah, and so. It's a lot. International break squad. Hell, get the start. I think Richard probably start. But about Champions League too. So we'll see what Thomas Frank up to, you know. First him have to do all of them something, man. Did Brentford make Europe one at a time then? I don't know. Can't remember. Gonna be interesting to see what kind of lineup he pick though. This guy Frank like Odebear a lot. Good looking player still. Aston Villa, key for them. See this brother named Rogers. I mean for fine back theme for him when did have. That the only way to go work and get rid of everything. Look how narrow enough to play now. Man, I play with three banks of two in front of a four. Mad. Got the middle open and the wing them open. Alright, Villa. I pick on them, but I don't have no faith. Being honest with you. I have no damn faith in them. No damn faith. Duke's a 1-1 for that one there. Pristine said 2-1 Spurs. Yeah, Villa have Europe, yeah, man. No. Two of them have Europe. One have what? Conference them get? Or Europa them? I think a Europa them get. Game on Thursday, okay. Put them here and probably I give them beer Sunday game because them games Thursday all the time. Alright. A big one. This used to be the big one. You know, I don't think them can use that now. But last game for Sunday, 11:30 my time. A little bit before Julie game, so I can watch piece of this. Julie have match Sunday, local, no traveling. Praise God. Praise God. It's a 1 weekend, no traveling, you know. Liverpool in second now, 10th position for United. So name on the first page, United fans. Small victories, you know. 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses, 5 wins, 2 losses for Liverpool so far, and those losses have been back to back. 13 goals and 9 goals for Manchester United. This is probably the worst you're going to see tonight. XG for United is 14.06 and only 9 goals. 11.06 for Liverpool, 13 goals. That's what you want to see. More goals than they expected, for sure. Anytime you see that number over there, you know they miss a bag of chance. Or would every time I get a chance, they miss, basically. 2 clean sheets for Liverpool, 1 for Manchester United. Going further down, you see the form book. Smooth sailing for 5 games, 5 wins on the trot. And then 2 back-to-back away, 2-1 defeats. Once to Palace and once to Chelsea. That's where they stand right now, and that's why they're in second. Man United, 3 wins, 2 losses. The losses coming away to Brentford and Man City. And the wins falling at home against Burnley, Chelsea, and Sunderland. So based on this trend, Manchester United is going to lose the game probably 2 or 3-1, probably. You see the head-to-head matchup, Man U 29 wins to 20 for Liverpool, 17 drawn games. Corresponding fixture was in January, and that one ended 2-2 back then. Now, before I give my official score, let me just take a look at the lineup for Liverpool last week when they fell to Chelsea. Isak still off form, but actually fitter now, so that should help. You see the back four, Konate is a bit touch and go. It looks like Gravenberg is going to be fit enough to play. So, is it a Vertsless starting lineup again? That is the question. Did they stay with this balance of the starting lineup in terms of the midfield? Yep, that is the question we're asking. Gakpo did get the lone goal for Liverpool in this one. Let me go back. All right. So for Man U, this was their 2-0 home win starting lineup. Familiar 3-4-2-1 right there. And Mbeumo and Mount got the nod. I guess they're just easing back Cunha. I don't know how this man end up on the bench so much. But I guess them just easing him back into fully up and gunning. Dalo Fernandez, Casemiro, Diallo. Okay, so Manu, them always show up when them play Liverpool. So I feel like I'm gonna show up tomorrow or Sunday, sorry. But how much do they show up? 3 losses on the bounce for Liverpool. Panic stations. Is it possible? Well, it is possible, but I'm not gonna say that. I said that game I done 2-2. Both teams give up some goal. 2-2. I even want to say 3-2 Liverpool, but 2-2, I'm gonna say. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Alright, the last game of the week now, Monday afternoon for me, Monday night football in England. West Ham and Brentford, another London derby. So both teams hovering right either in the relegation zone or around it. West Ham now under the tutelage of Nuno. I think it's a good fit for him, a team that needs a pragmatic approach to get any kind of results. Brentford, not the free-flowing Thomas Frank style, but at least this guy has his own identity trying to, make it his own there. So I can respect it. West Ham struggling for goals, terrible. 6 goals. The XG not great at all. Then we have West Ham in the 2-0 loss. This was Nuno's first game, I think, in charge. Or maybe second. Wan-Bissaka back. Mavropanos, he played well in that game against us, to be honest. Kilman hasn't really been what they were expecting when they got him from Wolves. I like this player Diouf, I think he's very dangerous going forward. But yeah, that's the squad for West Ham that started. So let's see. Somerville, another dangerous player. That whole left side, they keep that. That can be a nice combination for them. So West Ham Brentford, huh? How do I feel? Well, Nuno, you're the boss, You're the boss, Nuno. So I'll say 2-1. I think West Ham them ready for no clean sheet yet, but 2-1. 2-1 West Ham, I say. West Ham 1, Brentford 3. Red Skull said 2-2 in a Man U game. So hold on, I miss out the whole of Liverpool score them. How many they do? Okay, let me see now. So Conrad say, yo, I'm find the next game I'm gonna vote pan. 2-1 who? 2-1 Man U. We'll throw you some La Liga game then so you can make 10. Liverpool 1 love. Boy, I'm gonna shock if Liverpool keep a clean sheet, brother. Do not no faith in United at all, man. 2-1. Steam to 2-1 to Liverpool. Salah needs to step it up. But we'll see. Liverpool 3-1. No need to step it up, man. I can go and relax. I have him in my fantasy team. Jaguars 2-1 to the top end. Liverpool 4-1 to Game Birds. Game Birds said them nah pet them. 4-1 them I give them. Made right Red Skull 2 already. I think so. Yes, I did. No, sir. Boy, Antonio there. Yeah, yeah, joker. 3-1 Brentford, says Joseph. All right. Really want to see how the internet are going to react, especially the media, because them love go after Arsenal. You see it. Hammers 2, Brentford 1, says Game Birds. Especially, yo, them hate Arsenal with a passion, brother. Jaguars 2-1 to West Ham, yes. Jason, I saw you mention Ray Boys team man activities. Can you play part of it, please? I want to see what you're saying. All right, I can. I will play some. Completely unrelated to this show, but towards the end, when I don't have, make me play some. Red Skull, Brentford 2-1. Red Skull say, yo, no honeymoon period at a place. Alone problems in him life. Yeah, West Ham does need players, but I mean, I think them can make it work, man. Them need players because mans might can't play all the time, but it's not the team ain't terrible, man. Yeah, kill man. Them for play Igor Julio, the brother who didn't get on loan from Brighton. Play him. Guy's a beast. I know why them not play him. I'm getting pristine. So West Ham 2-1. Dukes at Brentford 3-2. Okay, so the player's speech was about your score. It was about to drop. Float management said 3-1. 2-1 to the Hammers. Just Joseph alone. And Joseph scored it right there. So, but I'm gonna get Joseph Liverpool scored in. 3-1 Liverpool. What is it? 3-1 Liverpool. 3-1. I think you said 3-1. No, 2-1. 3-1 Pool. No. Where Joseph there? Yeah, 3-1 Brentford. All right, cool. And then Float said 3-1 Pool and 2-1 West Ham, which I have. All right, cool. So everybody with that show them score right there. So I have them. That is good. That is it. That is it. My for adding them right in my brother twice. I'm gonna do that for. And then me, okay, cool. So I have everything sorted out there. So, all right, people. So that's another 10 games predicted, ready to go. Remember, if you missed the show tonight and or you caught it while I was going, and you want to take part when the show done, just put all 10 games in the comment section. I will add it to the big list and we'll see how you did this week in the predictions. All right, now before we move anywhere, let me just show you guys this really quickly. So this right here, people, is the all right, cool. So we have our fantasy team, and we're in about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leagues. So let me just go to my personal one. So this is the JGTV Fantasy League right here. As it should be, it's your league, and you chat a lot of things, but you know everything. So you need to be winning the damn league. So I'm 20 points clear right now, and I need to keep it up because the minute somebody beat me in this, I'm gonna say, why would I watch your show? So I have to win. I have to win. Now I'm trying to find Duckland, and okay. So we could see how much he's been neglecting the team now. Cucurella, Dunk, Walker, Powell, Elanga, Bruno, Mbumo. See that time problem, This man I use one bag of United players. This man have so many up on the bench to rot it. Wow. So it could have easily be See who he would have bench. Probably would have bench one of the defender them. Them should have get about 17 more points. But 52 never do none. Yo, Duke, your team needs some work as well. My name wild card. Yeah, so my team, I don't want to see it. No, I'm not showing you, know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I'm not show it. All right, people, let me Yo, wait till the buck bastard. Wait, just wait. Problem for you. All right. So Jamaican Englishman. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna really have much left to discuss. We'll have the predictions in. I was never gonna show you guys my FPL team tonight. We'll show you Monday how the week went. But what I did want to do is Jamaican Englishman say, yo, you never get a chance to see the video. So JFF Live, no disrespect. I just want to put this out there because I believe that this was a very good thing that you guys did with the players. So let me just show you guys real quick. Jamaican Englishman. Put a thumbs up in the comment section if you're still there, you know, because you may play this for, you know. No man, Jagons, man. As a matter of fact, hold on there. Hold on there. I'm gonna put the code to join the league in the chat. So if you have your fantasy team built already, just enter that code. When you say join league, enter that code 3S90RH. We just get the code a while ago. 3S90RH. Yeah, that should be it. That should get you in right there. So when you go join league, you just go ask for a code. Jamaican Englishman, put a thumbs up in the comment section if you are still here. Because you asked me to show this, I'm about to show it. Then it makes sense to show it if you're not there. Yeah, man, that should work, Jaguars. I ain't in there. I hope you're not going 500, I don't know. Because that means wouldn't in a second no more. Oh, Fantasy Premier League. So you build your side. You build your side and then, you know, you get points each week based on if them score and all them something there. Yeah, man, look here. So I'm in a few league, right? So this one I think is Ball Pre League, King of Jamaica. With the first in that one there too. Ball Pre there. See King there. Down at 13th right now. King it start off hot like fire. Man, cool off now. Dre any weather are the worst. See Grimy has struggled it too. So the only one my day in a first and I'm the third in this. But this one have like about 600 odd people in it. So I'm not going 3 bad. They're about 12 points behind. So yeah, just want to get the whole of them as a one, you know? That would be nice. And if we can get one in the world, that would be nice too. But we are 82,000. But you see me I go upwards, I trend upwards every All my arrow them green, so I move up. And if it not green, it's true me the day in the first already. So yeah, we are go on people, we are go on decent, we are go on decent. But the season just starts, so we not get carried away. We have to keep a focus. Hype King. Yo, the man them said them happy, bro. Man them said them happy that, you know, them happier when it's certain people do certain things. You know that they must say. Alright, so let me show you guys. Oh, but the man not answer me. Jamaican English man not even there. Man, I play it, you know. It don't make sense. Me have an EPL show, and at the end of the EPL show, me I showing you some what name there? I showing you some JFF something. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Alright, so I wanna say last few minutes, make us see what go on around the world, don't? In the other league them, don't? Alright, yeah, we could do that. So what tomorrow? Tomorrow the 18th, right? So see what go on. See what go on around the world. All the league them must start back up tomorrow. You know? Alright, so Premier League we go through already. So Serie tomorrow. I don't even look on tomorrow. We could just look on the fixtures for the weekend. Sassuolo, Pisa Verona. You see the standings, Napoli and Roma type on points. Milan, Inter, Juve, Atalanta, Bologna, Como, Sassuolo, Cremonese, bunch up. But the big match tomorrow, Roma versus Inter, that will be 2:45. Definitely I'm going to tune in because Leon is supposed to make the bench. So he'll be back, which is nice. Still listed as doubtful, but will be on the match card, so there's always a chance. Como and Juve should be a good game as well. But the Italian league has been very, very, very competitive. So most of these games end up being good. So Serie A this season, I think, is maybe the most competitive out of all of them, to be honest. Premier League, I think, will be better this season in terms of going down to the end, more like a title race. PSG was held today by Strasbourg, wicked piece of game, and they show that they might just be legit. 3-3, they were able to keep that one. PSG with a lot of injuries right now, has to be said, but still good performance from Strasbourg. But yeah, this is interesting because Marseille with a win can actually go top of the table as can Lyon with a win. So quite interesting that League One is so close basically. But Marseille will host Le Havre, so hopefully they can get the job done. Lyon will travel to Nice, so a bit tougher test for them, but they'll be wanting 3 points as well. Yeah, so that is League Now the Bundesliga, people. The Bundesliga look like my boy company want to go invincible, bro. 6 wins, 25 goals, 3 against. Jeez. But they have a tough one this week against Dortmund, who did start off the season well as well, unbeaten in their first 6. So something has to give tomorrow. Bayern Dortmund, that should be a good one. That game comes on what time? 12:30. So they play right when Arsenal is playing. So we will be catching highlights of that. And then La Liga. Real Madrid starting out perfect. Almost 7-win, 1 loss. That 1 loss, a big one though, coming at the hands of Atletico Madrid. But they have been up and down, so they're a bit off the pace right now. Espanyol doing well, won again today. Barca hosts Verona in the morning, and this weekend Atletico hosts Osasuna, and Real Madrid travel to Etafe, always a tough place to go. So some tricky ones coming up in La Liga. And I know not long from now, yeah, next weekend, we have the first Clasico, Real Madrid and Barcelona, the 25-26 season at the Bernabeu. So that should be a big one as well. That weekend, we have to definitely do a little preview for that match there. All right, so that's the top five leagues, little roundup. Just become I know of the Jamaican them over this side in the championship and League One and everything. So this is how it's going right now. Middlesbrough did pick up another result today, beating Ipswich, so they have moved to the top of the table. But Coventry have a chance tomorrow to regain control of the table. Charlton in action tomorrow. Birmingham in action tomorrow against Hull. Oxford in action tomorrow. So a lot of our reggae boys will see if they get in the team for the first game or coaches move with caution when it comes on to all the traveling. Because we have seen them have that happen to them when they get back from international duty. You can't see them play a game again until a few weeks, you know? So yeah, England lower league, Jamaica baller. My high score is 135. I'm 12th in some league. Jano, you got 135 one week? Mad. Red Skull, me don't know what box me drop, but I'm sure you're right, my brother. We'll try watching that game. Greenwood. The Marseille game, Barca. Barca. Jamaican FC League. Yeah, man. Jamaican FC League, you know? I don't know how them let me in because I'm not from jungle. Think it was a jungle only league. Right now, but they're at the top. 3,000 in the US. Not bad. Not three bad people. I go on decent, man. I go on well decent. They saying a Conrad a smiley. Stop try take Conrad Jai, bro. The man happy. People don't like see people happy, you know. Or the states a star. Alright, I'm see what Mustard say. To all. One all. Come in like everybody love the one all thing. You know, so City will keep a clean sheet, you know. But it's alright. I don't know who this DJ is, but DJ never put two of the score them anyway. So good luck winning. Almost Daniel Johnson. Think Daniel Johnson are dropping picks them, you know, people. The only DJ that me know. The last two games, man, I said, you know, after the man picks look so proper, must Daniel Johnson star. One DJ. Yeah, people that text me. I want to talk to them, man. Leave me alone. Smiley at it again. All right, people, listen. Big up on yourselves, you know. I hate that, you know, people. Call it a day upon the show. Man's gonna get some rest. Full day tomorrow again, as they always are. But yeah, it was my pleasure to bring you the content again, people. Break down some games, some tactics about some games, talk about what we think going to happen in the game. Them, I will drop some predictions. Let's see how well we know the ball game, people. Yeah, man. But big up on yourselves. Thanks so much for tuning in. All those who pass through to drop a like, drop them cup support and them comments. Greatly appreciate it. Those who drop their scores in real time here on the show. Keep the vibes going in the show. We greatly appreciate that as well. And each and every one of you, stay blessed, stay safe this weekend as well. I don't say that enough when I'm talking to you guys. Stay safe this weekend on the road, whatever you're up to. And yeah, man, stay blessed as well and stay prayed up, people. So big up on yourselves. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV. Come on, you Gooners.